So when you're conducting a functional training, you must be very, very mindful of where your current team is at. Now, if you use the forming, storming, norming and performing model and use that to analyze where you're currently standing, so where you're still forming the basis of your team, whether you're storming and sort of debating on what sort of defines the values of the team, or more as in you're starting and agreeing on settled norms in the norming stage, or you're at the performance stage itself, where you take on the action of the functional activity of the leading team that you are part of, then that sort of creates for the best sort of activity or training. So obviously right at the start you sort of want to make it a bit more fun. So when I was a VP IGT, I sort of, whenever they got to introduce themselves, or whenever I was teaching them about, like, for instance, networking skills, I would do it in sort of like a fun way that gets them to assume different characters and sort of have fun with their imagination, and yet sort of keeping it like quite real and sort of evaluating each other afterwards. And then when it came to the more performance side, I became a lot more confident to like drive cold calling, such as like doing like cold call parties where I call about 50 people at a time. So if you say like sort of knowledgeable of what your team's currently like thinking as one, then that sort of creates a best basis for how you create your training.